What is life path number 3? Before we begin, if you would like a free reading to find your true soul path, click the link in the description below. And as always, click the like, subscribe, bell icon for more videos like these. Now on with the video. Communication is your main purpose in this lifetime. On the 3 life path, your experiences will teach you how to communicate effectively. Problems will arise from inappropriately expressed words. Find a balance between saying too much and too little. Words and images are the key to your success and happiness, but until you learn what must be learned, the misuse of words and images can also be your downfall. Words are the basis of communication, but are often abused and misconstrued until their real meaning is lost. Since language is your primary tool, you really must say what you mean and mean what you say. You have a distinctive, unusual and memorable voice so that what you say can make an impression and be remembered. In a world in which so much attention is given to trivia, and important issues are often trivialized, it may take a long time, and great tenacity, to remember what it was you came here to express, and to find the most convincing way to express it. Until you take this side of your nature seriously, you may talk incessantly while giving no one else a chance to speak. Or, you may be too afraid to express yourself at all. If you fall into either of these extremes, it is because you are overly concerned about how you are perceived by others, and/or you have not learned how to listen. 3s must learn to listen, not for the sake of replying, but for the sake of understanding. Communication is an ongoing exercise in output and feedback, receiving and delivering information, and sorting fact from fiction. If you don't understand this, you could gain the reputation of being shallow. Your most constant problems are clues to the direction your communications should take. You have used words to talk your way out of many a sticky situation, but you may not realize that your own words may have caused the problem in the first place. You must find a purposeful outlet for your verbal talent. 3s tend to talk about what they know, rather than what they feel, making it difficult to get to know you on a deeper level. But when your feelings are expressed openly from the heart, without self-consciousness, gossip, hearsay or criticism, you can hold the rest of us in awe with your extraordinary vision and ability to move people with your words. Although 3s really are able to recognize humor where others cannot, there is a tendency to criticize and, although you may try to disguise this with humor, an unceasingly critical voice can eventually be a drain on those with whom you share your life. If this causes loss of friendship, you may blame the other person instead of accepting that you yourself pushed him or her away. 3 is the number of creativity, but this form of expression is destructive, not creative. Yet, no one is more capable of inspiring others than 3s who are not trying to prove how strong they are, but are comfortable with the fact that they are as strong, or weak, as anyone else. Your tendency to play down how you really feel, and give the impression that everything is okay, even when your problems are obvious, can confuse you and those close to you. Some people may be impressed with the way you seem to bounce back from adversity as if nothing happened, but that is only until they really get to know you. Then, they realize you've been holding everything in and just putting on a good show. 3s want popularity and social acceptance and are notorious for keeping up appearances. Friendships are often lost because others feel you do not want to help yourself. But, they don't understand your complex nature, or your horrible fear of losing their friendship by burdening them with your true feelings. 3s find it hard to take themselves seriously because they are afraid of what others think of them. This is a form of shame and guilt. It exists because 3 contains pure joy, and many 3s do not believe they are worthy of such a precious emotion. Consequently, they mistakenly believe that they are not allowed to show any emotion other than happy exuberance, or outright cynicism, and self-consciousness takes over. But when 3s dare to go beneath their own surface and accept that their problems and emotions are as real and valid as anyone else's, their lives become deeper and richly creative. You are afraid of your own emotions because they are so intense. But your feelings are nothing to be afraid of. Why do you think you are so attracted to creative people? It is because you secretly admire and are drawn to the magnetism of their emotional energy, their ability to feel and express. The 3 life path will teach you to take yourself seriously without becoming overly serious. Humor, lightheartedness and laughter are vital ingredients of your true self, but you will be unable to use them until you are able to feel true happiness. There is a huge difference between humor and happiness. Ask any professional comedian about that, or why the clown is often painted with an exaggerated smile to camouflage his or her tears. You will never be able to feel and experience genuine happiness until you recognize and let go of all that sadness that is buried deep inside, the grief you are refusing to express, and all that anger and fear you are burying under what you call your sense of humor. Threes need to be liked, and often gravitate to positions in which they can make others feel good. But that's a difficult position to maintain if you yourself don't feel good. So, have the courage to do what you truly want in life. Not what you hope will please or impress others. Not what you believe you are limited to because of lack of opportunity, funds, or education. Genuine self-approval, and not just its appearance, is what you must strive for. Then you can live free from the worry of who you should be trying to impress. Learn to impress, please, and be yourself. Worrying about what others think is a source of great unhappiness for you. 3 represents friendship. You must learn that people's priorities change along with their experiences. So do the feelings people have for one another. It can be painful when threes realize they no longer have anything in common with someone they believed was a friend, or frightening when they realize how much they do have in common with someone they don't particularly like. It is not your role to keep everyone happy, or to sacrifice your freedom in the name of friendship or social acceptance. You are a natural performer, but there is no need for you to be on stage all the time. You thrive in natural surroundings in which you can be calm and centered. Your greatest inspiration comes from nature itself. Threes know they are meant to communicate. Some assume that what they communicate must, therefore, always be right. But if you do not listen, you will miss the other side of the story. Without the input of others, you cannot learn anything new and your act becomes stale. This is a difficult lesson for a 3. Notice how your need to be right, your fear of being wrong, stops communication in its tracks. We are living in times of monumental change. What may have been true yesterday may not be true today. Be willing to learn new things and your communications will always be fresh, entertaining, and inspiring. There is no need to be constantly talking, gesturing, making people laugh, gossiping, or repeating word for word what you have heard others say about people, situations, and trends. When you form opinions that are based on fact and gut feelings, rather than mere hearsay, others will want to hear what you have to say. Threes are natural designers, which is why they are so often found in the beauty business or other creative fields. This is a good start. But, surface beauty is an illusion. Your true talents emerge when you look beneath the surface of things and people. Only when you see and accept the inner reality of what you are dealing with will you be able to express your spectacular originality. Never judge a book by its cover, or a person by their look. It is all veneer. Real beauty is a matter of what is going on inside. When your imagination is free from the masochistic bonds of peer pressure, your creative abilities are astonishing. The only approval you need is your own. You must realize just how much creative energy exists inside you, under your surface appearance. No one has more potential for creative genius than a 3. Unfortunately, no one is more prone to wasting this potential than a 3. This does not have to be the case if you are willing to learn new things, and to adjust and fine-tune as you go. Your urge to follow popular things and people and to establish a position for yourself in society is not without reason. Your desire to be popular is part of the 3 experience. You need to be liked. But you often spend so much time trying to please everyone else that you have no time to figure out what you would like to do for yourself. Many 3s give the appearance of being superficial when, in fact, their feelings and talents are extraordinarily complex. It can be difficult for you to focus on one thing at a time. Your well-disguised self-consciousness often outweighs your ability to concentrate. You tend to spread your energies in too many directions. Your ability to start things is impressive. Finishing things is another matter. Ironically, one of the reasons you cannot focus on one thing long enough to complete it is that you are seeking approval. This can be a vicious cycle until you learn to take responsibility for your own mistakes, your own happiness, your own success, and your own life. When you worry about what others think of you, your imagination becomes stifled and cannot produce the creative wonders it is capable of producing. A free imagination is limitless. You may believe that you are already creative. Others may see your talents too. But it is probably only a pale reflection of your true potential. If your ideas are not original, then your imagination is not free. Your ideas cannot be original if they are based on pleasing others instead of yourself. Many 3s cannot tolerate silence. They are so self-conscious in quiet atmospheres that they will talk about anything in order to fill the silent void. Then they find themselves on a giant verbal roll and have difficulty ending the conversation. They feel they must talk, even when they have nothing to say. Watching and listening to 3s telling a story is quite an experience in itself. The pitch of the voice changes according to the attention being received. Watch how the 3 reacts to and interacts with an audience, and how he physically moves into the audience to maintain its attention. He can repeat the same story over and over, along with the same mannerisms, the same sound bites, and the same enthusiasm as when the story was first told. If the listeners tire of the story, embellishments are added to keep it exciting. When a 3's communication skills are not developed, we see and hear a person who constantly repeats the same old stories as if they are stuck in the past, which they are. When 3's feel out of their depth, they can feign interest in what is being said, but are not really listening. They are waiting for the first opportunity to change the subject to one they feel more comfortable with. And there you have it. Communication is destroyed. But when 3's realize that intelligent, timely and purposeful communication is their function in life, we see and hear a person who has the power to learn new things and to influence and inspire the entire world. That is why you are here, and, in this age of lies and misinformation, yours is a serious mission indeed. When you do focus for a prolonged period on something you feel passionate about, you are a beauty to behold. You belong in a lifestyle that appreciates and contributes to creativity, and engages in social contact. If you are not involved in creative pursuits, then you should be around those who are. You are meant to be with creative, passionate, emotional people so that you can understand the creative process, learn to take your emotions seriously through their example, and find your own passion along the way. You came into this lifetime to learn how to create, how to turn ideas into reality. Recognize your tendency to criticize, especially in your younger years, and especially in reference to the appearance of other people. These antisocial traits need to be turned into genuine friendliness and acceptance. You can hurt others with your careless use of words, but if others criticize you, you can be cut to the quick. Don't dish out what you cannot take. 3 is the number of appearances. Your own appearance has manifested to make you memorable. The way you look is important to you, but there is likely to be an aspect of your physical appearance that causes you concern. 3 is the number of attraction. You are at your most attractive when you are being yourself. When your emotions are free, your physical appearance changes to meet your own approval. In other words, if you believe you are beautiful, so will everyone else. But remember, we are talking about belief, not pretense, not the appearance of belief. 3's often get stuck in time warps, causing them to cling to people, beliefs and styles that are out of date. Popularity can only be maintained in the present, otherwise the only people you will attract are those who are also stuck in times gone by. Release yourself from the anchors of the past by releasing the old unexpressed emotions that are holding you there. Your appearance, your physical presence, mirrors what you are feeling on the inside. Once you recognize your self-consciousness and learn to relax with yourself, inside and out, you will attract the right people, instead of a string of superficial acquaintances who are going nowhere and have nothing to offer. The 3-life path contains the gifts of words, attraction, sociability, creativity, optimism, memory, friendship, and humor. Use these talents to see beyond what others see. Break through the chains of popular opinion and dare to live spontaneously. Seek the joys of life, and not just the appearance of joy. Discover real happiness through communicating your own experiences, happy or sad, to others. Find your own happiness and others will realize that they can find theirs. Take yourself and your 3 energy seriously, because what the world needs more than anything right now is a serious dose of 3's optimism, beauty, creativity, and laughter.